If you chilling in the bed with nothing to do, get up. It's time for a night with New. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh. Tonight is the night that you spend it with New. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Nights with New. I am your host, Nuebies. Y'all already know that. This might be a short episode because I'm not gonna lie to you, I am sleepy. As I told y'all in the last episode, I had just relocated 20 hours away from my previous state, and how I made it there is because I drove. And so for some reason, I get me Bessalou. That's what I call my car. Bessalou must be tired of me driving her across country because the minute I moved up here, stuff just started happening with the car little by little. So the minute I made it, I wasn't able to open the door from the inside. I'm really shocked about that, to be fair. The car, it's a 2012. But in the meantime, I just was rolling the window down so that I could be able to, open the door and stuff. So one day I had actually went and did laundry, and then I was gonna put some gas in the car. So I pulled up to the gas station, put gas in the car. It pouring down raining. I'm like, Lord have mercy. I had to roll the window down so that I can open the door. Why when I rolled the window down, the window didn't want to let back up? I'm pissy. I'm like, Lord have mercy. So I'm saying to myself, I'm like, okay, Lord, when I press this button, the window gonna roll back up. Trying to pray it out. Y'all, I sat there and I kept pressing that button, and that window would not come up for nothing. So I ran in the store, paid for the gas, come right back out. Mind you, it's pouring down. The bottom done fell out. It's raining so bad. So I put the gas in the car, and then I get in the car and I race home. I'm looking at different mechanic shops in the area that could probably that would probably be able to see me, because I'm like, at this point, I got to go and at least get this window fixed. But I had already knew that whatever was going on with the door is the same thing that was going on with the window, right? So I was also nervous about it because it was already like 6 o'clock in the afternoon when this had to happen. Pouring down raining. It's 6 some o'clock in the afternoon. And then I got to work the next day. So I'm like, Lord have mercy. Finally, okay, I got in contact with a business. They was open. They was like, I told them what was going on with the car. They was like, well, you could bring it up here for us to see it. I was like, okay, how much it gonna be? They said, well, we don't know. We're gonna have to check it out first. Tell me why. As soon as I had went up there and brought the car to him, he got the car. I seen him go out there with tape and plastic at first, but I guess he had done changed his mind on that because it's still pouring down when this is happening. He decides to just gonna drive my car to inside of the building. After he did that, he gonna come tell me, your car is out of alignment really, really bad. It's making so much noise because it's out of alignment. Also, the steering wheel is shaking. And I looked at him because I'm like, okay, I don't understand why you feel that way, because I don't believe that my car is out of alignment. Am I a mechanic? No. It's been out of alignment before. And the last time that happened, the steering wheel, like you would let it go and the steering wheel would be crooked or the steering wheel be shaking. My car ain't doing nothing like that. And whatever inconspicuous noise that he talking about, I don't know what he's saying. So I said the only noise I done heard was the noise coming from my back brakes. They had been scrubbing, and I was gonna ask you to check my brakes anyway. I said, but it seemed to me like you trying to dump a whole bunch of stuff on me. And I said, I'm not finna do that. He was like, I'm not trying to sell you off on nothing like that, ma'am. I'm just telling you what's all on the car. I said, I understand it, but it's pouring down raining. My window don't work. I need to get that fixed in my door so I can be able to go to work tomorrow. Well, I tell you what, we'll run a diagnostic on this, figure out what's going on with it. It'll be $50 for us to do the diagnostic, and I'll check your brakes for free. Is that a deal? I said, that's fine. The next morning, they called my phone. They proceed to tell me that I need new tires. I already knew when I first had moved over here, one of my neighbors had done told me that I needed a new tire. He said that my driver's side tire was bald. in the middle. And so because of that, I need to go and get another tire. Prior to me moving up here, I had bought, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, literally the day I left. And if it wasn't the day I left, it was the day before I left. I bought 2 new tires. When Buddy was like, oh, you need tires or whatever, I said, yeah, I need the one in the front. He said, no, you need 4 new tires. And I'm like, what? 4? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, okay, listen. I know that I just drove up here 20 hours from Texas, but I don't see how just one 20-hour drive would put that much wear and tear on the tires that bad. So then he tried to say, oh, it's because your car's out of alignment, and because your car is not aligned, it's putting more wear on the tires, and by the state law, you have to have such and such percent. I'm like, sir, I don't really care. He ended up telling me also, like, okay, what's wrong with your door is it's a master switch on the door. So we can fix the master switch on the door. The master switch to fix that is going to be $350. Also to put your car back into alignment is going to be $250. And it's going to be $800 and some odd dollars for the tires. I said, okay. I brought my car up there to you because my window wouldn't roll down. How much is it going to be for that window? Oh, well, when we fix the master switch on the car, it's gonna fix the window and stuff as well. I'm like, okay, great. I was like, but that's a whole lot for me right now. It's just me. Well, what's your budget? What's your budget? What can you work with? I said, I can work with however much it's going to be to fix that door and that window, because that's what I brought the car up there for, sir. You had gave me a whole lineup, a list of things that's wrong with the car. I said, but you haven't mentioned anything about the brakes. The fella that I talked to yesterday told me that he was also going to check the brakes for me. Now he's stuttering, and I'm like, okay. He was like, well, I don't see anything. I don't think we took the wheels. He was like, I don't believe that we took your wheels off your car at all. So there wouldn't have been no way that we could have checked your brake. I said, okay, don't worry about it. Fine. Don't worry about it. And I said, but I do need to get that window and that door fixed, sir, because I have to go to work. He was like, okay, well, what time do you have to be at work? I told him, we're going to order the part to the car, and then you'll be able to come get your car, and we'll have it ready for you long before you got to be to work. I'm like, okay, great. So about 30 minutes after that, they ended up calling me back, and they was like, hey, ma'am, we actually ordered a part for the car, but it's not gonna be here for like 2 days. They was like, you can come on and get your car so you can go to work, but just bring it back. We'll call you once we get the part, and you could just bring it back and we'll do the part for you or whatever. I was like, okay. I wanted to fuss a little bit because I wanted to be like, now I brought that car up there with the window hanging out. So y'all finna make me pick up a car with window. So I had already made up in my mind, like, dang, okay, I'm finna go pick this car up. After I do that, I'm finna have to run to the store and buy some tape and some plastic, right? They tell me that it's gonna be $50, the diagnostic fee, for them to find out what's wrong with the car. They wanted me to pay the $50. I paid them that, and then they gave me my keys. I'm asking them where the car. They're like, oh, it's outside on the side of the building. Why is it outside of the window down, right? I go around to the side of the building, the window up. Okay, now they rolled the window up some kind of way for me. Thank you, appreciate it. When I got home, I was so scared, but something told me, like, you know what, Nuebies, try to open the door. Why I opened the door and the door opened from the inside. Don't y'all remember that I just told y'all in the beginning that my door stopped opening from the inside? I would have to roll the window down to get out. Now, that has been literally over a week ago now. As of today, it's been a week and 4 days. Y'all said that part to fix the door would be there in 2 days. That was a week and 4 days ago. Okay? Also, my door has still been continuing to open ever since. I'm going to consider it a blessing. But my thing is, if y'all fix that door. Y'all fix that door for me, and y'all did it for them $50. Thank you for that. But at the same time, why did y'all try to charge me $350 for it? Now, do I know if they really fixed the window and stuff like that? I don't know, because I have not tried to roll that window down. I'm scared to. But it's been a week. It's been a week. Almost. It's literally almost been 2 weeks. And that door is still open from the inside every day. Mwah, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for that. Now it's your chance for you to tell me what had happened. Make sure you send all of your messages to nightswithnue@gmail.com, nightswithnue@gmail.com. Try to keep the messages to a minimum, but all of your different stories and things that you want to see broadcasted here on Nights with New, send it to me, because I really want to know what had happened. I don't know how y'all was raised, but I know that there are a lot of elders that, tell you that make sure that you got on a good pair of drawers, matching bra and panties, clean drawers, anytime you are out and about, and to also not sleep naked, because you just never know what might happen. You don't want to be found pretty much with your pants around your ankles for the most part. I am a girl who sleep naked, okay? I go to bed with absolutely nothing on. Nothing. And the other day I got off of work. Every time I get off work, I do the same thing. I come home, I'll fix me something to eat. I'll get on TikTok. If y'all are not following me on TikTok yet, do so. It's Nuebies Nation, NUEVANATION. Follow me over there. I got some good stuff over there. So I'll go live on TikTok. I'll chit chat with the people while I'm eating my breakfast or whatever the case may be. After I get off of that, I'll take me a shower and then I'll go to bed. The fire alarm go off. Ain't gonna lie to y'all. Shit. I was so tired. I didn't even try to get up. I said, you know what, Lord, this is going to be my time. This shit going to be my time, because I'm not getting up, And so I continued to lay there. And the whole time while I'm laying there, that fire alarm is still going out. It's just going out. 10 minutes went by. It's still going out. I'm like, oh my God, like, somebody be really on fire. Let me get my regular ass up and get up out of here before I be told tender. Mind you, I'm butt naked. Just woke up, so my breath stank. Took a shower and just jumped in the bed, so I'm ashy. And I'm naked. I put on a pair of pants real quick and a jacket on. My feet white as snow. Like I said, my breath was stank. And I came out and sat in my car. The fire alarm went off for about 20 more minutes. I heard the sirens like twice, and I thought it was the fire people coming here. They might have did come to service the complex where I'm at. I'm not for sure, because I stay in the back. I'm saying all that to say, like, ladies, stop going to sleep naked. Am I practicing what I preaching? No, because ever since then, I still been laying down naked. I don't care, because I just feel like I deal with the embarrassment of that later. Like, I just rather be saved. But I didn't even, y'all, I wasn't hasty, and then I was so tired. I didn't even try to run up. I didn't try to run out of the building or nothing like that. I did not care, y'all. I was just like, Lord, if this is my time, this my time at this point, because like, I'm just finna go on back to sleep, and you just gonna take me in my sleep. Like, I don't have time for it. Speaking of me being tired and waking up late, I also have been having an issue lately when it be time for me to get ready to go to work. My alarm clock will go off for me to go to work, and I'll just sit there and snooze it and snooze it and snooze it. That's never really been the thing for me until recently. That's more of a recent occurrence. I end up waking up at the last minute and having to rush and stuff to get to work. So this particular day, I woke up late for work. I hit the road. I'm gunning it. Every time I go to work, even though I know how to get there, I always turn my GPS on just so I can see how far away it will be with traffic and stuff like that. This particular day is pouring down again. There was 2 accidents, probably because those same people were trying to get to the same job that I'm going to in the same rain that I'm in. And so thankfully my GPS had gave me a detour to be able to take, and I was going to make it to work just in time. The problem about making it to work just in time is the parking lot is always so packed out, especially if you're getting there later. You end up parking way away from the door. I parked, ran to the door. As soon as I get in there, it's a crowd of people right in the front on the other side of the gate. What's going on? Whole time, management is standing there letting us know that, oh, we need everybody to go and move into the break room because we're about to do a training. So they had everybody in this single file line to go and clock in at the clock box there. So I ended up clocking into work 1 minute late. That made me so mad. It made me so mad because the issue about that is if you are a minute late for work, they dock it as if you're 15 minutes late. And it blowed me because I'm just like, God dang, I done did all of that. If I was going to be 15 minutes late anyway, I might as well have to just paste it, not sped, not ran to the door, none of that stuff. I just said I put my life at risk. But y'all, these jobs, don't stress yourself out about the job, about no job. I know that we all need it to live and sustain and stuff like that. If anything was to happen to you right now and you drop off the face of the earth, they're just gonna find somebody else to do the job that you were doing. Like, so I'm not doing anything like that ever again. I'm pretty sure everybody is aware that they have cut the funding for Job Corps. That is so sad. So sad, because it's really putting a lot of people in uncompromising positions. There's a lot of kids that are now going to be put on the street with nowhere to go. And then there's also a lot of teachers that now no longer have jobs. And my heart goes out to those people. My prayers go out to those. I have been doing a little research for some resources that could probably help anybody. If you are listening to this podcast and you are affected by that, reach out to me if you would like to, and I can send you all of the information that I do have. I did also see some information about people being able to file like a small claim. Not small claim, like class action lawsuit against them just because it's a breach of the contract, whatever the terms of your contracts are, that you had to sign in order to even be a part of Job Corps. If you know that you that you are directly affected by that and you want some resources, you can reach out to me, of course, at nightswithnue @gmail.com. That's NIGHTSWITHNUE @gmail.com. There have been a very, very heated discussion between men and women about like women's safety and how unsafe we feel around men because of this, that, and the third or whatever, right? Okay, I personally think that it's fair. It's sad that there are men out here in the world who don't feel like how we feel is valid or justifiable or whatever. We're not, but that's privilege. That's kind of where certain instances of their privilege lies in and stuff. So, but it was this situation I seen on TikTok. It was this young lady in Atlanta. A boy hit her up and was like, "Hey, I'm going through a few things. Do you mind if I pull up on you and talk?" She was like, "Yeah, sure. You can't come to my house, but I'll chill with you in the car." So as they in the car chilling and this, that, and the third, Buddy decides that he want to get real handsy on her, start touching and rubbing and stuff like that, trying to jam. Shawty was like, "Hey, I don't know what you want. I already told you that this ain't that type of party over here." So she proceeds to get out Buddy's car and head to the house. Instead of he just taking that L and going on home, he decided to get out his car and follow her to her apartment. After that, they exchanged some words. Buddy decided that he wanted to swing up on her. Like, literally started, like, swinging on her like she was a grown man to fight her. Little did he know, she a scrapper too. Little did he know. So, like, while she's sitting there like, "Oh, you want to fight? Let's go. You trying to box? Like, what's up then, right?" And they got to going. She folded that. She folded him up like fresh laundry, y'all. When I tell y'all, I got the video. I'm gonna post the video on my Patreon for everybody that want to see it. My Patreon is the same as my TikTok, Nuebies Nation, NUEVANATION. I'm gonna post the video. But when I say she folded him up like laundry, it is so funny to me. I do have a video right now. I'm gonna play the audio for it so that y'all can hear it.
So this nigga was like, can I pull up? I need somebody to talk to. I'm going through. I said, sure, why not? Boom, he get here. I'm like, okay, we're gonna have to be in the car because I don't just let anybody in my crib. Like, you know, that's my space. Bitch, we in the fucking car. This nigga trying to touch me, trying to fuck all type of shit. I get out. This nigga following me. Now I don't want him to know where I live, like what apartment I'm in. I kept telling this nigga, back the fuck up, bitch, before I beat your ass. Bitch, back up. Bitch, this nigga swung on me. Y'all, this nigga swung on me. And I think I got a little video, so I'm finna see. Y'all, he swung on me, y'all, because he can't get no coochie. He can't get no coochie out the queen. He swung on me. And I beat his ass, and I flipped him, too. What the fuck? If I say stop touching me, stop touching me. Back up. Back the fuck. What's up? Bitch, I'm right. What's up? What's up? All right, bitch. Bitch, now. What's up? What's up? You gotta calm down. Cool. You too little. I will flip you. I will throw you off this balcony, bro.
Okay, y'all, so this is the new segment of my show called What Had Happened New. So what had happened is basically going to be my story times here at Nights with New. If you have a what had happened story, please email me at nightswithnue@gmail.com. Try to keep your emails at a minimum, something that I can read fairly quickly, and I'll be able to read it and pretty much tell what had done happened with you in your life as well. If you are an active Patreon member or a subscriber of mine on TikTok, put that in your subject line as well when you send your what had happened message so that you can get put at the top of the line and I'll be able to read your stories a lot faster. So today, because we don't have any inserts, what had happened is going to be a story of mine similar to something like that. I'm gonna give you the long story short and then we're gonna give you the long story, okay? Long story short, Buddy was interested in me. He had been making advances. I wasn't really studying what he was talking about. One fucking with the campaign for real. Me and him ended up boxing. This is way back in the gap when I used to be a waitress at Waffle House. Okay, so I work at a Waffle House in a different city. The city was probably like 20 or 30 minutes away from my hometown. Okay, so what I used to do is once I pulled up to the city, I would always stop by the gas station, grab me a bite to eat because it had a church chicken connected to that gas station. I would grab me some chicken from there and then also put gas in my car if I needed to. This particular day, I just got chicken. When I had walked out of the chicken place, I seen him see me see him, okay? He was at the gas pump pumping gas. I got my box of chicken. I'm walking to my car. I see him gazing over me. Okay, cool. I jumped in my car and I proceeded to go to work. Tell me why Buddy had them follow me from the chicken place to my job. As soon as he followed me to my job, I parked. He literally parked his car right directly to me. So close to my car where I couldn't even open my door. I rolled my window down. I said, hey, excuse me, do you mind moving and parking in an actual parking place so that I could be able to get out? He told me some, damn, you got some sexy ass lips on you. I rolled my window up, jumped over the console, and got out of my passenger side of my door. I ain't got time for this. I'm not finna do this with you today, so I'm trying to get to work. Okay, so as I I did that, and I started walking towards the door of Waffle House. He bags out and drives and stops me right in front of the building. What you doing? What you got going on? Where you from? You got some pretty look. You got, you know. I walked on in, paid him no mind. Okay, from that point on, he started becoming a regular at the job. For reference, I worked night shift. So Most time at night, it's usually only one or two of us there. Okay? And for whatever the reason, this particular time, at that particular store, a lot of times I would be at work by myself. Literally. Got a brand or idea that you want to have more traction to? Go on and book with Nue. It doesn't matter what you got going on. If you sell soap, if you make socks, sell hair, whatever the case might be, go on and send it to me. And we can go from there, okay? Once again, that is nightswithnue@gmail.com. I would be at work. He would come in there and do weird stuff. Like every time he came in there, he always had on either a pair of basketball shorts or like some windbreaker pants, something real thin. He would always obviously have a hard yay, okay? He would sit all the way on one end of the stove and then do some lame shit like order something to drink so he can watch you walk away. I believe when he watching you walk away, he over there yanking. And then after he activate his water supply, he'll leave. Because the time that it'll take for me to go and like fix his drink for him, and when I come back to his table, he will be gone. He did that often. For reference, I ended up reporting him to my management. I reported him multiple times about it, right? Because I had kind of already knew what he was on. Also, one night he came in there and he had his phone sitting on the table and he was scrolling through like adult videos, adult content, and scrolling through like ads that have girls that sell Girl Scout cookies on it. If y'all know, you know. Every time he would do that, like I said, he would always have a hard yay. He would always come in there talking about like how I'm so cute, how I'm so this, how he loved my lips and stuff like that, right? Okay, so this one particular night, he came in there on that shit and he was like, yummy lady, you got some sexy ass lips on you. I'm like, look, what can I do for you? Well, how can I help you? And then he was like, I want to know what you'll do with your lips for this. And he had his hand flat up against the table and pushed his hand across the table. Y'all tell me why. Tell me why when that man lifted up his hand, it was a $20 bill. It was a $20 bill. I said, sir, for that, the only thing I'm going to do with this now is tell you to get the fuck up out of here. $20. $20, y'all. What would y'all... Let's stop. Sidebar. They say that everybody have a pride. If you have a pride, put it in the comments. I want to know. Hopefully it ain't $20, but hey, we listening. We don't judge. If it is $20, hey, you do what you got to do. Time be hard, but baby, $20, you done lost your girl mind. So anyway, back to the story. I had reported him again. Nothing was ever done about it, right? Okay, fast forward to the fight. This particular day, I had to work over and I'm working on day shift. He normally only comes on night shift, but he's never ordered anything. Like I said, he would ask for something simple like a drink, some coffee or something like that, and then be gone by the time, you know, you hand it to him. So this particular day, he came on day shift. He ordered some food. He ordered some pork chops. Shocked me. I wasn't a waitress that day, though. I was a cook on day shift. He ordered pork chops. I was saying to myself, like, dog, you know, this shocking to me, he ordering food. But then I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's something different because it's daytime. Just like I thought he was going to do, though. He turned around and he canceled the order. Because like I told y'all, he ain't never bought anything. So when he canceled the order, the waitress that was serving him, she got into an argument with him. I ain't gonna lie. To be honest with y'all, I kind of do feel like everything that happened in that particular moment was kind of her fault, because she was like antagonizing him a little bit, you know. So like basically like when he was like, you know what, never mind, I don't want the pork chops no more, cancel it. She was like, you finna get that. She done already put your meat on the grill. You not finna, you finna have to pay for that. He was like, I ain't paying for shit. And she was like, no, oh yes you will. You know, so now they going back and forth with each other, cussing each other out and stuff like that. And so then I turned around and I'm like, hey buddy, it's okay. You don't gotta pay for it. You know, you could just go on and pack, you can go and just go on and leave. It's cool. I ain't gonna make you eat it. Like, it's cool. You just leave. He was like, you can shut the fuck up, bitch. Ain't nobody talking to you. That made me mad. So when he said that to me, I had told him, well, that ain't my name. My mama ain't named me that. My name Nuebies. So don't be in here calling me, out of my name or whatever. He said, like I said, bitch, this ain't your place. You don't own this place. You can't make me leave. I was like, you know what? You exactly right. But I know somebody who do. This particular day, like I said, this day shift. So it's so many managers there. It's the unit manager, the district manager, the regional manager, whatever. It was like the boss's boss, and the boss's boss's boss was in there. So I got off the grid and I walked to the back. I said, hey, y'all remember that guy that I had reported and told y'all that I would like to get him banned out of here because he be coming in here on some indecently exposed type stuff, this, that, and the third. He's actively outside right now arguing with the waitresses and cussing us out and stuff like that. He done called me out of my name multiple times already, and he said, and I asked him to leave, and he said that I can't make him go nowhere. So can one of y'all please go in there and escort him out? I said that, I went back out on the floor. After I went back out on the floor, now he taunting me. See what I'm talking about, bitch? I told you I wasn't going nowhere. I was like, oh, I said, you call me that one more time, I'm gonna come pop you in your mouth. So he said it again. He called me a bitch again. And I ain't know, I'm a girl of my word. So I walked over there, y'all. I walked over there. The way I popped him some kind of way. Wow. Wow. Now we fine. We roll. We is rolling and rumbling in these folks' store. Right over there by the jukebox. Music. He ain't gonna lie, he was getting the best of me. He was getting the best of me a little bit. But I was tearing him tender too. When I realized he was blind and he couldn't see, and I slapped them glasses off his face. Y'all, the minute I had popped them glasses off his face, he got the confused looking like he couldn't see no more. I got on him, so I got on him good. Then y'all got him to the ground. I'm punching that man, yanking him in his face. Next thing I know, my body get lifted up, my feet dangling. It's the regional manager done picked me up off that man. I look, he like, no, you're fired. Hello, y'all. He said, you're fired. I said, what? Okay, let me get my set together. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. He said, you're fired. I said, what? He said, you cannot be in here beating up the customer. He said, hold on. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. He said, you cannot be in here beating up the customers. Someone was giving you a problem. Someone's giving you, you should have came and got one of us. That made me mad. I wasn't mad at first. I had already assumed, like, the minute he hit me, I was like, damn, I'm finna lose my job. I'm finna get fired. You know what? I lied to y'all. I didn't punch him right away. What I did was I walked over there and tried to, like, push him out of the building. That's what I did. I was like, come on now. I was shoving him like, come on, let go. You just got to leave. You just got to leave. That's what I did. And then he punched me first. But I did put my hands on him first because I was shoving him. You get what I'm saying? But he actually the one threw the first blow. Like, he hit me with a big ass hand with a ring on it. Busted my lip real bad from corner to corner. From the corner of my lip, the outer corner, all the way down to the middle. Cut my lip real bad. And, that's when I was like, oh, I'm finna get fired because I'm finna tear him up. I'm finna tear him tender. That's what happened. He said, you can't be out here fighting the customer. And so he was saying, he was like, you got a problem with somebody. Don't never put stuff in your own, don't take matters into your own hand. You come get me. That made me mad because I did do that. You get what I'm saying? Mind you, I have been following proper protocol when it comes to that man for months. And to be honest with you, I do feel like the real reason why he was so mad at me and want to fight me because I had been turning down all of his advances that he had been doing on night shift. So then, like, on day shift, like, he's showing out. He just cutting up. I get fired. They told me to come get them. I said, I did come and get y'all. Y'all know what that man said to me? That man said, oh, well, I didn't know you were serious. I thought it was a joke because, you know, you're a new wave. Mind y'all, I hate to say this, but this really was a trans issue too. They took me for a joke because they felt like my existence was a joke. Because to be honest with you, I know that I come off silly and comical and stuff like that. But like when it came to my job and me working, any type of job that I was doing, I always took it serious. You know what I'm saying? Like why would I go to management and report a man coming to the job sexually harassing me? And it's a joke. Why would I have numerous of reports saying that a man is coming here with thin clothes, with thin shorts on and a hard yay, and in here yanking off and activating his water supply? Why would that be a joke? Why would I walk to the back and say, hey, you remember that man that I told you about that was in here yanking and busting? He's in here right now cussing out all of your servers, and I asked him to leave and he told me no. Why would that be a joke? That's because you take my existence as a joke. And I could tell by the way he said, oh, I thought you were just playing. I thought it was a joke because you know you're in the wave. That made me mad. I was like, don't worry about it. I'm finna go. Don't even worry about it. So my manager, which, you know, she came up to me and she was like, anyway, I'm so sorry, love, but you got to go. You have to get off the property. You can't be here anymore. I was like, okay, that's cool, that's fine. I understand. I got ice in my hand with and kept putting it up to my lip because I knew my lip was busted. What I didn't know is that he also busted my eye and busted my nose. I didn't realize that I couldn't see for real until it was time for me to drive home. That man had to toe my face up with them couple of punches that he got me, but I got him too. Mind you, I'll never brag about fighting no man. Do you see me? I am a doll. Like, what I look like? But it was what it was. I lost my job. But that still was one of those types of situations where, you know, that man, I feel like really put his hands and feet on me for real, because I had been, like I said, turning down his advances. And that's what they do. Like, it's so sad that you have to do what you can to protect yourself. To be honest with you, you would think that there would be other men that when they see a woman being assaulted and stuff like that they would step up and intervene. But that don't be what happens a lot of time, ladies. So do what you must to protect yourself, okay? If you licensed to carry, keep your nice little accessory in your pocketbook. Y'all understand what I'm saying? If not, get something to poke them up with. If not that, get something to burn them eyes up. Okay? You have to protect yourself. If you're in a situation where you know you feel unsafe and somebody is like putting you up in a corner, come out scratching. At least enough so you could be able to get out of that situation, okay? That's all I got to say, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to Nights with Nue. Until next time. A night.